Welcome back to the Golf Streamer. Our hosts today are Shanna Richardson and Devin Mayo. And now, the Golf Streamer, streaming news you can use.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Golf Streamer. I'm Shanna Richardson.
And I'm Devin Mayo.
And today we are very excited to have the chairman of one of the most fun events we do at Camp Oklawaha, Spooklawaha. Scott, thanks for joining us today. Can you tell us a little bit about you and how you got involved in scouting?
Absolutely. Well, I got involved in scouting as a Weeblo. So I'm very excited. My son's a Weeblo now. So I earned my Arrow of Light, and then I crossed over and went into Scouts and got my Eagle Scout as well. And then I did do a little bit of leadership roles as I got older. And then I kind of dropped out of Scouts for a little while. And a Scoutmaster buddy of mine contacted me when I was in college, and he asked for some help. So then I joined up with his troop, and I became an Assistant Scoutmaster. And then later on took over the troop as Scoutmaster, and that was down in South Florida Council. So we moved up here to Vero, and once my son was old enough, I joined Pack 567. And then I've been his den leader ever since. And he's now a Weeblo. We started in Tigers.
So Scott, what exactly is Spooklawaha, and where is it, and how do we sign up for that?
Well, Spooklawaha is an awesome fall camporee up in Indian River District at Camp Oklawaha. So I've been running it now. This will be my 4th year, and we have created the Legacy Patch. So every year we put in these new set of patches, so we got another one coming. So the first one was Monster Mash, then we went on to Pirates Cove, and then last year was Spookville. So we've tried to create this theme of these camporees that all fit together. And at every camporee, it's basically the same. There's a good set of events, and they're all based off that theme. So then this year is Medieval Times, King Arthur and the Roundtable. So every game, activity, every prop that you see is all based off those, and it makes it really cool because the kids kind of step back in time, or they go into the pirate area, or whatever the theme is, and they kind of get to see what it's like. And they have an awesome time, and everybody loves the continuity of how we put it together.
So Scott, when is Spooklawaha and how do we sign up?
Spooklawaha is October 23rd to the 25th. And it's already online on the Gulfstream Council website, and then you can sign up now in Tentaroo. From siblings, anyone can come, extra relatives, aunts, uncles, anybody can come visit. It's all different ways to sign up in there, and I even have packs coming down up from Jupiter and stuff like that. They've contacted me already. They said that they're in, and they're ready. They're excited. Everybody wants to come out.
So Scott, you've told us what makes Spooklawaha so special. What are some of those fun activities that they can look forward to this year?
Well, this year we have a wider range of activities. We have about 12. One of them is the Gauntlet, where they actually get to run through a gauntlet maze. They also have a Dragon's Revenge obstacle course where they get to train to be a knight. They have the Sword and the Stone. They have Fire and Ice. All the things have a certain title that relates to King Arthur's time, but they could be throwing ring tosses, hailing cannonballs at castle. They could be jumping through hoops. They could be making their own sword. Anything that relates to that. Some of the times they could be just figuring out their knight or lord name.
So is there anything else you want to tell us about the upcoming event that might interest families in coming?
I think it's a really great event, and this year, like other years, we introduced a couple years ago at flag raising, we put on a show. And I don't mean just any show. I mean, we put on a full event with acting, not bad acting, I must say. We're building a full castle this year with a drawbridge and everything. So your kids will get to walk into it. It'll be a good 30, 40 feet long and up to 12 feet high. So it's going to be a full-size castle. So we put on a stage, if you will. Last year it was a whole western town. And then the kids get to interact, and we put on this show where we kind of just have a little fun and get an introduction to the day. And everybody gets a big kick out of it. Parents have walked up and said, wow, I thought it was just going to be a flag raising, and you put on this full show for us. And then As they go out throughout the day, they do their 12 games and activities. We will have a trick-or-treating event, and then we'll have our spectacular campfire where we put on again another little show. And at the end of every campfire, I introduce next year's theme to get everybody riled up and ready for that.
So Scott, do you have anything else that you would like to say to those scouts and scouters out there?
Actually, I do. And I say, find that certain skill, that certain adventure, that certain challenge. This has been my challenge. I was brought into this a few years ago. I volunteered and they said the exact same thing. How'd you get into scouting? Remember that old scoutmaster I mentioned? Well, I still meet up with him every year and we challenge ourselves to a little camping trip. And on that camping trip, we try something different, whether it's building something, creating something, doing something, cooking something. So if you're gonna go out camping, challenge yourself to something new, make a new meal. If you're gonna go on a hike, challenge something new. And then when you're done with that challenge, find the next challenge. So every year I challenge myself to a better camporee. Can I beat next year? Can I do it again? And then every year I go, oh my God, here we go. We're gonna try it again. So I do say that, just challenge yourself, it always works.
Well, Scott, that is an excellent message. And thank you so much for joining us today and telling us a little bit about Spooklawaha. I, for one, am super excited for the event this year. And thank you, everybody else, for joining us for another episode of The Gulf Streamer.
Thank you for watching another episode of The Gulf Streamer.